So CP, let me talk to you a little bit. This was a Cabras side that really kind of ground you guys down in that first half. You guys were having a little bit of trouble going long with the ball. Obviously, the wind a factor there.
Keep them. Keep them for tomorrow. Oh no, put them here. Okay. Sorry.
No. So what are you telling your guys at halftime to because this is the kind of win that you guys need to grind out if you're going to stay at the top of the division.
Absolutely. So that's the biggest number one thing is that luckily we got the chocolates, but we needed to keep pace with Renegades to stay at the top of the table. This is a kind of a tricky game. Elements were working against us. There's a little bit of a delay because thunder and things like this earlier, so everything kind of got pushed back. So routine-wise, it was a bit tricky. Also kind of securing the facility, things like that. But it did kind of bleed over into then the first 20 minutes. It was very disjointed. We're going forward too early. I get it. They see space behind that they want to attack, but we're a little bit more controlled, patient team. So once Cam and Toto got on the ball, then it became a different story that last 20 minutes. And then second half had a little bit more quality. I personally prefer playing into the wind because you can actually then it forces you to be more methodical, which we were in the second half, and then you get all these goals. The only unfortunate thing is it was leaking goals, which is becoming a problem. We leaked 2 bad ones last week. Had a bad one again tonight, and so this is something we've got to stress for tomorrow, especially against Alliance, who are kind of like the nemesis of us. So we want, meaning like they're going to be a tough match, and they're going to exploit some things. So we've got to be able to be a bit sharper defensively. So
now, CP, 6 straight wins on the bounce. You guys are having good results at the Premier, Division 1 and Division 2 level. Talk to me about kind of what's going on the Braveheart side of things. Like, why now? Why are things starting to really pick up momentum and really start working here in the fall?
So it's a bit of everything. So Bob and the ownership group guys have done a very solid job of recruiting, bringing in players, and then surprisingly, we've actually done well integrating them. We are struggling with our first division team. We've got to get that right. For the level that they have and that we can play with, to be at the bottom of the table is just not acceptable, especially when they did well last year, qualified for playoffs, and some of those guys played in the preseason tournament that helped us win. But right now they are struggling. Our second division team and our premier guys are kind of firing okay. But we have a big problem there that we've got to solve. So hopefully we can. They've got a match tomorrow, so hopefully they can turn their table around.